how to determine the effectiveness of the screen or efficiency of the screen. So basically efficiency is or effectiveness is the ability of the screen to separate the oversized and undersized material perfectly. There are two types of the screen, ideal screen and real screen. However, ideal screen is the imaginary concept. So there is always the presence of undersized material into overflow and oversized material into underflow. Due to this, we don't get the perfect separation. So, in some cases, it is necessary to see to what extent we are able to separate the oversized and undersized material perfectly. So, for that, this experiment will be useful to decide the performance of our screen. So, this experimental setup consists of a sieve shaker where there is a shaking platform on which the set of the standard screen is placed, covered by a lid, and there is an arrangement, that is, these are the two rods with locking arrangement, so that the screen can be placed in a firm position when they are shaken using the shaking platform. Now, whenever this experiment is to be performed, what do? We arrange the set of standard screen in the order of coarsest at the top to the finest at the bottom, followed by pan. The topmost screen is covered with the lid and then it is placed in the firm position with the help of this locking arrangement. Now, how is the procedure? The procedure is, first of all, we should select the screen where the screen opening is similar to the screen which we are going to use in our real practice. So say for example, I am considering fourth screen. It means I have to determine the effectiveness of the fourth screen. So what I should do? First of all, we should arrange the screen in the order coarsest at the top to the and finest at the bottom. Thereafter, select or take certain sample of the feed which is to be separated by using the screen identified, where we are interested to know how much undersized material is present in a overflow and how much oversized material is present in a underflow. And once we know that, we will be able to determine the efficiency of the fourth screen. Understand the steps. Step 1. To know the size of the particles which are present, or the various size ranges of the particle which are present in the sample. So, say measure certain sample, say I am considering 150 gram of the sample. Now place it, feed it to the topmost screen, cover it with the lid plate and carry out the shaking for predetermined time. With this knob, you can adjust the shaking time. So say 12, the standard time is 20 minutes. Now after 20 minutes, depending upon the size of the material, you will find that the feed gets separated into a particles of various size ranges, and on each screen surface probably some material will be retained. Now, if I am considering the determination of effectiveness of the fourth screen, so ideally the material which is retained on the fourth screen and all the screen above it is basically the overflow material for this fourth screen. The material which passes through this is the underflow material for this screen. So step 1, after doing a screen analysis, this we will get the particle size distribution for the feed which was supplied to the topmost screen. So enter all the readings into the table versus screen opening. Stage 2. Now to determine how much oversized material, how much undersized material is present in the overflow. For that, what to do? Again, empty all the screens, clean it, arrange in the order of coarsest at the top to the finest at the bottom. Then feed only oversized fraction, that is the fraction separated consisting of the material retained on 4th screen and on the screen above. Do the screening. So you will find that after shaking, certain material will be retained on the screen below 4th screen. Ideally, it should have been 0. But as all screens are real, you will find that certain material is retained. Now, just stop the operation, weigh the material retained on each screen, that is the screen analysis for the overflow material. Stage 3. The sample which has passed through the 4th screen and retained on all the screen below during the first analysis, take that particular sample, mixed sample, and again place it on the first screen, do the shaking. After 20 minutes, whatever the material will be retained on each screen, that will represent the size ranges of the particles which were present in underflow. Ideally, nothing should have retained on the screen 4th and all the screen above. But as it is a real screen, you will find that maybe in a smaller amount, some material is retained. So weigh the material retained on each screen and enter into the table. After that, the cumulative analysis is carried out and the values of cumulative XF, cumulative XD and cumulative XB are used for calculating the effectiveness of the screen. Now what is XF? XF is the cumulative weight fraction of the material retained on the 4th screen, but that is for feed. Cumulative weight fraction of oversized material in the feed. XD, cumulative weight fraction of the oversized material in the overflow. XB, cumulative weight fraction of the material retained in underflow. Or say, whenever you will prepare a table for cumulative analysis, the value of the cumulative mass fraction for the feed, for the overflow and for the underflow will be considered as a XF, XD and XP. So just substitute those values in the formula of effectiveness and calculate the effectiveness. It can be calculated by a numerical method or it can be calculated by a graphical method. Whenever cumulative mass fraction of feed, oversize, overflow and undersize is plotted versus screen opening.